Hey guys, Inder this side from 24/7 Everything. Hope you all are doing great. We are again back with another video, and this time it's on Samsung M31 Prime Edition. So in this particular video, we'll be going to do the unboxing and first look. So let's begin with that. So before I will reveal the box content, let's go over the main USP of this particular phone. So according to Samsung, they have mentioned that it is equipped with 64 megapixel rear camera with quad setup, where the other three cameras are like 8 megapixel ultra wide, 5 megapixel macro, and 5 megapixel depth camera. Aside to that, front camera or selfie camera is of 32 megapixel with the aperture of 2.0, whereas that 64 main camera is of is having aperture of 1.8. Apart to this, this phone is being equipped with 6000 ampere of battery with 15-watt charger in box for the with the fast charging, and aside to that, 6.4-inch of Super AMOLED screen. Although this particular phone was released in I would say 2 months back, but it is almost identical to the Samsung Galaxy M31. They just have named it as Prime Edition. And aside to this, this particular phone is like 6.1, I would say 6 plus 128 GB variant, and it cost me nearly about 14,999, whereas its selling price is 16,499. It's only having one variant, that is 16 like 6 plus 128 GB. And a part of this color variant is space black. And the last thing about this particular phone is that it is coming with the 3 months of Prime subscription, or I would say Amazon Prime subscription, which I'll be showing you in the later part as well, like how this particular phone is being termed as an Prime Edition. And apart to this, it is being equipped with the Exynos 9611, and it hardly weighs 191 gram. Now let's reveal the box content. So on the top, you will find this particular documentation part and SIM ejector. So I'm just going to put it aside. And this is our main unit, which I've already set up. So let's keep it aside for now. Apart to this, this is a 15-watt charger. Basically, this is a dual charger. So if your phone accepts 10 watt of charging with respect to type USB-C, then it will charge at 10 watt, otherwise on 15 watt like this particular phone. And this is the type C USB, or I would say type USB-C, which will be used for charging and as well as data transfer. So let me put this particular contents here and now focus on our main phone. And like 32 megapixel front camera, 64 megapixel back camera, then other like depth, macro, and ultra wide, and so on, and fingerprint scanner, which we will be testing in a while. So on our right hand side, you will see this volume rocker button and power button. On left side, you will see this SD card slot, which is having dual SIM and dedicated SD card. On the top, you will see active noise cancellation mic, or whatsoever you named it. Then 3.5 mm jack, type C USB port, speaker grill, and again that mic, and so. Now let me turn this on because I have already set up, so it will hardly take a 10 to 15 seconds to proceed with the UI part and so. Now let me just unlock this phone and I'll show you or demonstrate the securities perspective. So phone is just starting. I'll lock it out. Now I'm going to use fingerprint scanner. It's quite fast. Now the bad thing is that missing haptic feedback. You won't be able to know that whether you have properly put your finger on the fingerprint scanner or not. So it's quite fast. Hardly 1 out of 10 time you will see that it is failing, but it's quite fast. Now let me do the face unlocking as well. So it is also quite fast. Let me do one more time. So it is quite fast. Let me do for the final time. So you can see. So overall, from the securities point of view, pin, pattern, password, all are fine. Fingerprint scanner is also fine. There is just missing feature, that is haptic feedback in case of fingerprint scanner. Face unlock is also working fine. So there is no problem with that. So now let's move to the UI part. So this is being shipped with One UI 2.1 core version. So this is the Samsung UI. And apart to see, you will see bunch of bloatwares like Netflix, Amazon. As this is a Prime Edition phone, so they have equipped all the Amazon related apps. And let me show you one more thing on home screen. If you will swipe to left, by default it will show you the Amazon app. And let me just show you one more thing by moving it to. So this is where you will see Amazon section. So hopefully in future we will get able to get some settings and replace this left section with something else. And apart to this, now let me show you the like OS version or software version. For that, I'm just going to settings, then about, then software information. So by default, as I've told you, One UI Core version 2.1 with Android 10 base and with the security patch level of 1st September 2020. The good thing is that it is already showing me a latest update, which was released in I think November or December whatsoever. So it is with it's nearly about 961 MB update. So I'll be creating a separate video after upgrading this and so on. Apart to this, the main thing from the user's point of view is that what's the storage available. So as this is a 128 GB variant, it was really like I would say strange that I was just getting 105 GB free out of 128 GB. So after updating all the default apps which are shipped with this particular phone via Google Play Store, and after that I've also installed 4 to 5 different apps. That's why it is showing 100 GB. So those 4 to 5 apps accumulate nearly about 4 to 5 GB, which we will be discussing in the later part. But I think most probably all these things have been accumulated with the Amazon apps or whatsoever things. The things will be clear in the coming days. Now let me open the camera UI and we can discuss that. So this is the camera UI, single take, then photo, video. In more you will find this particular macro take and so on and everything. And one more thing is that by default I have selected 64 megapixel, although it has been shipped by default as in 3:4. So if you want a better quality pics with detail, then I would suggest to select 3:4 64 megapixel. Although the size would be almost double or maybe more than that whenever you will be selecting this. The same applies to the selfie camera as well. So on selfie, if you will be like again I have selected 3:4 32 megapixel, but you can select 3:4, but again you will be compromising with the quality and so on. Now let's move to the apps which I was going to discuss with respect to the like this particular device. Firstly, we'll see what's the status of camera to API. So it is little bit disgusting that it is being shipped with the limited hardware level support for the camera to API. If I'll find any compatible Gcam, then I'll be surely creating a video for that as well. Apart of this, from the Wide 1 certification, we are having L1 support, so it is really good so that you can stream all your HD contents. And a part of this gaming related things or gaming settings I'll be discussing later on. But before that, let's focus on the benchmark scores. So from our Enter2 benchmark scores, the scores highlight nearly about 1,94,462. And below ones are the consolidated on the basis of CPU, GPU, memory management, UX, and so on. And then Geekbench 5 scores. From his CPU's point of view, single core score is 349, multi-core score is 1360, and on the basis of computation using OpenCL it is 1584, and using Vulkan API it is showing us 1326. Now let me open Call of Duty and I'll show you whatsoever settings in terms of graphic and hard frame rate is available for us. So from the Call of Duty's perspective, these are the graphic qualities that is high, and frame rate with high frame rate quality, or I would say setting, is available out of the box. So it is really good that you can play with high frame rate and high graphic quality, but it usually depends whatsoever you like, whether high frame rate, low graphic quality, or maybe high graphic quality or medium frame rates and so on. Now let's move to the Free Fire game because some users like to play those as well. So again, I haven't like changed anything. It was all the same whatsoever I have installed. So again, according to our phone, whatsoever is being like optimized, those have been selected here. So again, Free Fire is been working absolutely fine even on some low-end phones as well. So there is no problem with that. And at this moment, I don't have any statistic with respect to gameplays, battery consumption, and so on, which I'll be surely creating videos in the coming days. So this was all from my side related to the unboxing and first look of Samsung Galaxy M31 Prime Edition. Hope you like this video. If you really like this video, kindly share this with your friends and family. And apart from this, please subscribe to our channel because this will surely motivate us and boost us to create more videos like this in the coming future. Finally, it's the time to sign off now. Bye for now. Thanks.